Hey guys, welcome to another Chippa in the third person video log thing. I'm a Bob. I'm actually in the other car, the Nissan Rogue. Just dropped my daughter off at school. It's funny, when my wife picked her up on Tuesday, her undershirt was gone, or was in the bag all wet, because Ava loves water, and she's not really forthcoming usually, but my wife asked her, Sarah, you guys know Sarah, asked her, what happened, Ava? I played in the toilet water. So she confessed. So I clarified the story with her teachers today to see if she was confessing to the right thing, and they laughed, and they said, no, it wasn't the toilet water this time. She had gotten dirty and decided to wash her hands in the sink and soaked herself. So there's that. Which I think is really funny. She's hilarious. Again, it's the Chippa here. The Chippa made this, is what I call the stuff I do. Do the Chipman Brothers Tangent, Shooting the Shit with Chippa, the Talkbuster podcast, and Creating Geeks. To add to the mystery, still got something on the way, hasn't shown up yet. But you'll see soon. I'll do a video unboxing the box of goodies to reveal the one item in there that's going to be this big giveaway when I get to $350 on the Patreon for the Talkbuster podcast. I'm telling you guys, this is a one-of-a-kind thing, Blockbuster related. There won't be another one of these in the world. It hasn't been another one of these in the world. So you're going to want this. I'd rather keep it for myself, or not rather, but I'm surprised I'm not keeping it for myself. But I want to give it to you guys for giving to me. I'll pick somebody at random once I hit $350, and that somebody has to be a patron. So get on that. If you're only watching these videos for free and only following me on Twitter, you're not eligible. So get on that. Next on the docket, Aladdin releases in 2 days, or today. It's Thursday, right? Aladdin releases tonight. Doesn't sound like it turned out to be the disaster that everybody thought. Let's remember the Beauty and the Beast movie, which I absolutely love. Again, it, unlike the Jungle Book, unlike Cinderella, it wasn't necessarily trying to do something full-on different or be its own movie. It was kind of, outside of some cool things, they added a remake with the songs and everything of the cartoon, but I really liked how it turned out. And so, with that, I'm still excited about these Disney remakes. Yeah, they're just cash grabs, but in some cases they can fix some things. So the Guy Ritchie Aladdin movie just sounded like a disaster from the beginning. Anybody that was going to step into the shoes of the genie was a disastrous thing from the get-go, from how it looks, because how can you be Robin Williams, right? It's not somebody inhabiting a role that Robin Williams performed. It's somebody taking the role from Robin Williams, and they won't help but be compared, but it sounds like Will Smith really pulls it off, at least in the parts where he gets to kind of make it his own thing. And I'm glad. I love Will Smith. When he shows up, he's great. He's really great, actually, when he shows up, but hasn't had as much of a chance to show up as of late. There's been some clunkers, right? So it's cool to hear that apparently he showed up here. So I'm excited to see this Aladdin movie. Again, this Disney remake thing doesn't bother me as much as it bothers other people. I've enjoyed them, so I'll go into it with an open mind. If anything, it's just introducing them to a newer generation with less of the not so great shit still there. But anyway, there's that. Last night, the All in the Family Jeffersons live thing played. I haven't seen it. Things were kind of all over the place in people's reactions to it. Remember, it's credited as being put on by, Norman Lear. I think it's Norman Lear, the original creator and writer of the shows. I guess Jamie Foxx had a flub and made good on it. But people are reacting either really well or, oh my God, this is terrible. Let me know your thoughts, and if I should try to find it and watch it. I had kind of been off my radar. I don't watch a lot of regular television. But it sounds like an interesting concept to me. I loved both of those shows. The cast they've put together sounds awesome. So let me know what you think. I'd love to check it out. What else is going on? So on Monday, I didn't give an update. It took me 2.5 hours to get into the hospital for my appointment. And called, left a message, but apparently they sent me to the wrong place. Again, this is probably all on me. But I showed up late, so they couldn't take me, of course. Didn't want to make it a big deal, so I rescheduled it for Friday at 7:30 because I have another appointment. Well, that other appointment actually got scheduled at a different hospital, which is another 2.5 hours with that traffic away. So luckily that's all been fixed, and I'll be getting both appointments on Friday. I won't have the results, but I'm hoping I'm okay. The heart thing is just to check up on my aorta, which I told you guys about on Monday, is a bicuspid valve, so it can get stuck and pick up plaque a lot easier. So they check it every 5 years, and so far so good. I haven't had a problem. No restrictions or anything. The other thing is for my liver. Overweight guy. I don't drink a ton. I love beer. I'll admit that flat out on here, but this has been a problem before. They don't believe it's attributed to that. I'm doing pretty good health-wise. I'm smaller than I was back in the day. I was a much larger, much wider-waisted guy back in late high school, early college. But, it's fatty liver, and losing weight is usually the best way. Losing weight and being healthier is usually the best way to take care of that. So I'm trying, and so that's what this ultrasound is part of, is just to make sure that we're okay. So, yeah. So my brother posted a cryptic, my brother Movie Bob posted a cryptic message on Twitter. So there's not, outside of Timosaurus Rex, my friend Tim, who hosts CinemaSpection, I don't know a bigger fan of Godzilla and kaiju movies than my brother. And so, when he reacts to something, I take it to heart. And so he posted something about owing, thank you to Mike Dougherty. Can't say why yet. Mike Dougherty's directing Godzilla King of the Monsters. Again, I don't have some insider information. He's not going to tell me if there's an embargo. But my reaction to that can only be that he's seen Godzilla King of the Monsters. And to hear him react that way to it means this is going to be a fucking insanely great movie. I love Gareth Edwards' Godzilla movie. I think the human characters are pretty light. I think the script could have been better. There could have been more Godzilla. But I love the subdued way that Godzilla is utilized in that movie, and when we do get him, it's funny I'm talking about a Godzilla movie right now, because Godzilla was the movie I saw the day before I did that stem cell donation back 5 years ago. We all went as a big group on our group movie outing to see it, but Bob had already seen it, and he wasn't 100% jazzed with it. He liked it, he liked the Godzilla bits, but, so to hear him go that apeshit over a sequel to that means it's probably great. If you haven't seen things that Mike Dougherty has done, I'm not sure if they'll prepare you for this. This looks like, a different beast, no pun intended, but the quality has never not been there. Check out Trick or Treat. Trick or Treat is an incredible little horror anthology type movie. Not really anthology, but interweaving Pulp Fiction style stories all on Halloween. From back like 10 or so years ago. And Krampus is just the fucking balls. So you got to check out Krampus as well. So I had high hopes for this, and now my hopes are through the friggin' roof. Tomorrow I'll probably have a reaction, because it's releasing today, to the Terminator teaser. I'll give a preempt. Terminator 2 fucked my shit up. When I was younger, I loved Terminator. I don't think I was prepared for the carnage and sheer violence and intensity of Terminator 2. We rented it. We were actually in the basement of the house I currently live in my grandmother's house, and the trailer for it had come on there. And we begged Mom and Dad to rent it. And so they called up Video Craze, and Video Craze had it. And we went and picked it up and watched it at home that night. And that movie, particularly the scene in the programmer's house where he's been all shot up and he's bloody and he's there with his family, that just T-1000 running around fucking murdering everybody. I love that movie. And I actually really like Terminator 3. Shoot me now. I think Terminator 3 is a freaking blast. It derails a lot of what I think the Terminator franchise meant, in terms of, what's the word I'm looking for? In terms of fate and things like that it kind of messes with and plays with Sarah Connor. But there's something cool about getting to see Skynet win. And I love that ending shot of the movie where no, Skynet fucking wins. It's pretty cool. But I guess I haven't seen Salvation. I haven't seen Genesis. I heard with Salvation I might be missing something. Like people say, there's a lot of good to be found in that. But I've heard in Genesis I didn't miss shit. But I haven't watched them. But this new one, Terminator Dark Fate, I think that's what it's called. Love the title. Breaking back into that fate, has Sarah Connor front and center back in the goddamn flick, right? And that poster excites me. Apparently there's a teaser releasing today, so I'm sure I'll have a reaction to that on the show tomorrow. I'd like to end this because I got an incredible message when I woke up this morning from my buddy Scott, who was a recent 2 episodes of Talkbuster, my manager from back in the day. So I want him to, he's probably dazed out at this point listening to this before his lunch break, but Scott, I'm talking to you from inside the phone. You're awesome. Chippa says hi. Anyway, this is Chippa. I'll see you guys on the other side. Bye.